What is the truth? Where can we find the truth? How do we know we're even receiving the truth? The truth is, right now, we're lacking leadership. We're without our own Malcolm X, Dr. King, Gandhi, and Mandela. We're like sheep who are lost without a shepherd. We're a people in need of a voice to help guide the misguided. The truth is, we're stuck, arguing with each other, going back and forth between whichever route will result in an outcome of change. If we all share the same goal, why are we fighting with each other? Why are we condemning and canceling our brothers and sisters? Why are we ridiculing those who haven't retweeted a tweet or posted a black screen on social media? The truth is, whether we protest peacefully or act in violence, whether we decide to post or not post on social media, whether we communicate or argue with the police, whether we are liberal or conservative, if we want change and all share that same goal, we have to all act on one accord. The truth is, many of those on the outside do not know or understand exactly what we're fighting for. Their minds are scrambled, trying to figure out what it is that they can do to help. We constantly say the people who are silent are just as bad as the opposition. But in a time like this, most people do not know what to say, and they need guidance on what to say. We're a sensitive group and can be stubborn and very unforgiving at times. Instead of judging and condemning those for their misunderstandings, we have to guide them on the right path. The truth is, there are people out here who seek to profit and gain off of our tears. The thought of an innocent man's life being taken away vanishes as they run away with a brand new Gucci bag. And yes, the big name corporations might be able to bounce back, but when you vandalize and steal from a local business already set back from a global pandemic, you're setting them back even further. The truth is, we should want our communities to strive and become a safe place for our children to come. We should not be tearing it down and stripping them of that opportunity. Instead of burning and looting these stores, we should be boycotting them and the businesses owned by the state. The truth is, many of us are being manipulated and following crowds of violence, whether it be an anarchist group, Antifa, white supremacists, or regular old criminals. Those of us that seek change have to set examples and be the head, not the tail. The truth is, there's a puppet master, and our First Amendment right is being tampered with. Even when we show peace and unity, we are still being manipulated and tormented by the police at these marches. But what can we do? In times like this, we have to keep our composure and not fall into the trap of becoming a follower. We have to acknowledge and expose the corruption that is plastered in our face. The truth is, we need to find a goal. We always say, Black Lives Matter, and the government needs to do something about police brutality without ever mentioning a goal. Spreading awareness is always a great tool, but when there's a problem, we have to be willing to figure out and find a solution. The truth is, we can achieve that goal and figure out a solution by finding compromise with the police. Many of us are saying that the police department needs to receive budget cuts and less funding, but fail to realize that with less pay comes a less skillful worker. There's a difference between a McDonald's worker and a five-star restaurant worker. At these protests, we need to have more conversations and connections with the police, like the ones that happened in Flint, Michigan, and New Jersey. We need to tell them how we feel and ask them to march with us and not against us. We need to be willing to listen to what they have to say as well, and we need them to listen back to us. The truth is, we need to have a conversation and not an argument with the police. The yelling, spitting, and cursing them out will do nothing but raise the tension. If a stranger came up to you and started disrespecting you to your face, you wouldn't pay them any mind and care about anything that it is that they're saying. We're supposed to be a people of respect And when you show respect, respect follows. The truth is, we need the police to be willing to listen back to us. If the officer's job is labeled to protect and serve, they should withhold the obligation to protect, listen, and connect with their communities and not make us the enemy. Not only do we need the police to listen, we need our politicians to listen as well. In too many circumstances do we see politicians enter office and manipulate the system for their own personal gain. Our job as citizens should be to elect those in positions of power who are for us and not against us, who seek change with us and not against us, who will march with us and not against us. The truth is, these police have one of the most stressful and difficult jobs on this earth. Not knowing if they will come back home for dinner, not knowing if they will see the sunrise or the sunset. They need to be evaluated and monitored because they can struggle with mental health just like you and I. The truth is, what that officer did to George Floyd was inhumane and heartbreaking. In a place of work, you know who the slackers are, and you know who is going to show up every day. You should not feel like that you ever have to beat the life out of any man or woman. We need police chiefs to hold their officers accountable and give the understanding that they are not above the law and that they do not have the right to abuse their power. The truth is, we're killing each other more than they are killing us. We stand with our brothers and sisters in times like this, but depart and become filled with hate soon after. We always come together when it seems like they're killing us, but ignore when we blatantly kill each other. We're literally our own worst enemy. The truth is, all lives do matter, but right now, for this cause, we beg of you to acknowledge and to not sugarcoat on the fact that Black lives matter as well. We feel like we're living in Groundhog Day, constantly reminded of another innocent Black man's life being stripped and an innocent Black woman's life being stripped. The truth is, white privilege and racial profiling is real. If a Black man wears a t-shirt and shorts, he's a thug. If a white man wears a t-shirt and shorts, he's going out for a walk. If a Black man applies at a business firm, he will not be judged and questioned the same as a white man. If a Black man walks past a woman on the street, she will clutch her purse. If a white man walks past a woman on the street, she'll greet him and say hello. Conforming and allowing yourself to be blind of the truth is going to set us back even further. The truth is, right now, we're more unified than ever before. For the first time in this country's history, the vast majority of us are standing hand in hand. We're even seeing on a global scale, for the first time in this world's history, the open acceptance and reflection of the mistreatment against minority groups. The movement is stronger, the people are more diverse, and the opposition is getting weaker. On this day, we are finally seeing a glimpse of the dream of Dr. King. The truth is, many of us feel like they will never listen. We're stuck, still removing shackles, chains, and healing from 400-year-old wounds. Because of the stolen land we were once sold off to, we were a people who struggle with PTSD. We once had to fear traveling down south. We once had to fear sitting on the bus. We once had to fear marrying the love of our lives. We once had to fear the words that came out of our mouths. Where in today's age, we have to fear whenever we are pulled over by the police. We have to fear going out for a jog. We have to fear watching TV in our own homes. We have to fear the outfits that we put on our backs. We are filled with fear. The truth is, those wounds will eventually heal, and our fears will soon become nightmares of the past. But the only way we can reach that grand old destination is if everyone in each branch of government and each neighborhood in the world finally decides to release the hatred and grudges of the past and accept the love and unity of the future, because we are slowly becoming more powerful than ever before.